So the big question is this: how do investors like us who trade options and manage our own money generate income regardless of where the stock market goes, and do it all in a way that lets us make time for the people and things we love, and yet still build wealth and remain profitable? That's the question, and this podcast will give you the answer. I'm your host, Kirk Duplessis, and you're listening to The Daily Call from Option Alpha.
Hey everyone, this is Kirk here again from Option Alpha, and welcome back to The Daily Call. Today we're going to be answering the question, what's the difference between VIX, which is the VIX, and VXX? So the first thing you have to understand is that these two things are not the same. I think actually a lot of people interchangeably use VIX or VXX when they mean one or the other, but not the same. Now they are different products, but they use the different, underlying to track and trade. So the first one is the VIX. The VIX in and of itself is not something that you can necessarily trade directly. You can trade options on it, you can trade futures on the VIX, but you can't trade VIX itself. You can't buy VIX in the open market. And what the VIX does is just simply track implied volatility on a 30-day basis for the S&P 500. You could think of it as the implied volatility reading or chart of the S&P 500. Now, the difference here is that VXX is an ETN. And so VXX, you can trade, you can short, you can buy long, you can also trade options on it. But what the VXX does is it replicates a forward position in VIX by buying futures and then selling and rolling those futures on an ongoing basis. And because it's basically selling front and buying back month futures on a continuous basis, it has this negative drag or this downward spiral that it will always be in based on its current pricing or its current structure. And so for me, it's really interesting when people start interchangeably using them because they actually talk about them in completely different contexts and use them in completely different ways. So again, the VIX is something that you can trade options on, but you would probably actually do yourself a better service to trade options on VXX, which has pretty decent volume as well, and also has this negative drag that's based on its pricing structure or how it's built. So hopefully that helps out in understanding the differences between them. As always, if you guys have any questions, let me know. And until next time, happy trading.
Thanks for joining us on The Daily Call. Be sure to subscribe right now for more daily options trading ideas, strategies, and tactics to help you learn how to place smarter, more profitable trades. And if you like what we're doing, don't forget to give us a rating and a review so we can continue to bring you the best daily content possible. We'll see you again tomorrow, right here on The Daily Call from OptionAlpha.com.